everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a great morning. I'm just waking up this morning and having a cup of coffee. Just went outside and spent some time with the outside cat, feral cat Blackie. Give her some food so she's nice and well fed before I begin my reacts for the day. And as you can see, Booger Cat. Booger. Hi, Booger. Booger's behind me loafing. She spent a lot of time on my lap yesterday loafing because that's what cats do. They just loaf when they're happy. And I had some personal stuff going on, so I couldn't spend the day reacting and catching up on all the stuff. And what was going on yesterday? Well, Chantal was doing videos, and I'm a little bit behind. Amber's ex bestie Alexis did a Q&A, which was interesting. So I've got some stuff to do today. So what are we reacting to right now? Well, Chantal and Salah went to the beach and she took a 4-minute walk and she was complaining the whole time. So much so that she was giving him major attitude. And the chat was giving her crap about not walking more. But is that really surprising that Chantal doesn't want to walk? I don't know if she's still catering to the feedies, the immobilizers, the gainers, if the stream was kind of sort of for them, because they do like that sort of thing when somebody of a bigger size doesn't want to move. Chantal, listen to me. There's an old saying, you don't know what you got till it's gone. So if you've got people in your ear romanticizing the whole lay around, do nothing lifestyle, if you're fantasizing it's just going to be some big picnic lunch, it's just not going to happen, mama. It's not. You may think that just laying around and doing nothing and having people wait on you is just a really positive thing. I'm sure there's lots of people out there that don't have their mobility that would give anything just to have 5 minutes of mobility. Just remember back, Chantal, remember back when you were in Canada and you had this vision in your head of what your time in Kuwait would be like. And then you got to Kuwait and it didn't quite match the picture of fantasy in your head, did it? There's been a whole lot of misery since then. So maybe you should take a lesson from that and realize that what you imagine in your head sometimes will not match the reality. Just take that thought and think to yourself, is being immobile really all that it's cracked up to be, or what you think it is? Because like I said, I'm sure there are lots of people in the world that are immobile by no fault of their own that would love to just have 5 minutes or 5 hours of mobility where they could go and do stuff. And here you are literally choosing to choose something that means you will be immobile at some point, completely dependent on people. And the scary part for you is you are thinking that the person that you can depend on, in all truth, you can't really depend on him because he's not about that life. He wants to be more active, and you are just a burden to him. And if you become too much of a burden, he might walk away. And if that happens, what's going to happen to you? Just some food for thought. So before we get into the live stream, and we are not going to review all of it, there's this long, boring drive before she gets to the beach. We're going to just cut that out. Who cares? We're going to get the meat and potatoes, y'all. I ain't got time to sit here and wait around for every single boring second of Chantal. There's far too much going on YouTube. Let's just go straight to Twitter, get all the Twitter bits, and then get into her live stream and show you guys what's going on. And that way I can move on to the rest of the content that I need to cover. Okay, so let me just make sure I am where I need to be first. All right. We are all prepared this morning. Yes, we are. And here we go. So for anybody who happens to be on Twitter and you want to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wow Girl Sarah. Let's start here with Fondue Pondo. So it looks like Chantal, even though she wasn't really active at the beach and was complaining the entire time, she's been active all over her community posts. And Chantal made a post regarding things going on in the UK. You know, Chantal, I really love the fact that when it suits you, you'll jump into certain things that have nothing to do with you and try to act like you care when you really, really don't. So here's an example of that right here. Fondue Pondu says, we all know Cutie had no problems with babies being blanked. She murked both of hers, one at 6 months. F her fake cosplay. Go eat a bag of Salah's mangled blanks. That was harsh. That was a harsh comment for Fondue Pondu. And what does that have to do with exactly? Chantal, how can I say this nicely? She was indeed pregnant. I believe it was one time or I think two times with Pete's, and decided to end the pregnancy before the baby was born. So that's what that is in reference to. That's what Fondue Pondu is talking about. Foodie Beauty, this is her post saying the racist and Islamophobic words. I need more coffee. Excuse me. I just woke up. Pardon me. I'm so sorry. The racist and Islamophobic riots going on in the UK right now are disgusting. You jump the gun and blame a blank suspect for being a Muslim and an asylum seeker when he was not. And now blame all Muslims and immigrants. I can't. Yes, 3 children were sadly unalived. But you know what? What about Lucy Letby? She unalived way more babies than anyone else in UK's history. So where are all the riots? Oh, wait, she's white. Like I said about Chantal, her outrage, it's very selective, very, very selective. I do notice that when it comes to things that she chooses to be outraged over, it all has to do with things that people are talking about at the moment, like the person in the Olympics who was rumored to be a man, when in fact I've heard it was a woman with something going on with the genetics. She jumped into that, which had nothing to do with her, and now she's jumping into this. So her outrage is very, very selective. She'll just mention something in passing and act as if she's angry about it when she's really not, because she mentions it and then she doesn't bring it up again. You know, it's all about, like, she's doing the whataboutisms, y'all. The straw man arguments. What about this? What about that? Why aren't you guys mad at this? Why are you mad about it, Chantal? What does it have to do with you? Nothing really. You're just trying to do the deflection thing of, don't look over here, look over there. Yeah, I see you. I do see you. Like, you do that a lot. Okay, so a chick and a duck says, this just in from nutrition geniuses Salah and Chantal. If you make a pizza at home, it doesn't count. So this has to do with the drive that happened before they got to the beach area. Let's listen.
You had 2 pizzas and chips. They're homemade pizzas. Does that count? They didn't give me gastro. I find no matter what I cook at home, I don't get like upset tummy like I do when I order.
All healthy, yeah.
This has to be a troll. This just has to be a troll. She has to be kidding. He has to be kidding. This is them either being really stupid or they're trolling and acting as if they're stupid. Yes, Chantal, it does count, whether it's a homemade pizza or one from the freezer section in the grocery store or a fast food joint. Pizza is pizza, no matter where it's made or how it's made, whether it's fresh or frozen. It counts. I mean, if you don't believe me, ask your waistline. You can still gain weight from it, mama. So this is part of the drive going to the beach.
Yeah.
Chantal, I'm not finished talking. You're so rude to interrupt me. Stop it. So this is a snippet from the drive going to the beach. Do you guys understand why now I'm not really going to show that in my react? This is not really riveting conversation. You know, it's not really doing anything for me. Let's move on. Prettier than 90% of YouTube says Cutie sees a camel eating garbage and bursts out laughing. You are trash. Yeah, so that happened during another stream. Salah and Chantal, they went out to see the camels again. How many times is this that they've gone out to see the camels? Like what, 3, 4? I guess there's nothing else to do in Kuwait except bother the poor camels. I haven't seen it. if there were camels eating garbage. That makes me so sad. That really makes me sad that somebody owns those camels and can even feed them properly. My opinion, if you have any animal, whether it's a pack animal, whether it's a pet, and they're under your care and you cannot care for them, maybe find someone who can. The whole idea of camels eating garbage because they're starving, it makes me so sad. That is so not good for them. Poor things. Okay, self-care canvas. This is something that you should read, Chantal. And I know sometimes you watch the reactor videos, so pay attention. Pay attention to what's here from self-care canvas, because you need to see this. Sometimes you have to eat your words, chew your ego, swallow your pride, and accept that you're wrong. It's not giving up, it's called growing up. Read those words, Chantal, and put them to memory. Of all the things that you eat, of all the things that you consume, eating your pride, your ego, and your words be the healthiest thing for you. Because then you might grow up. So just look at that one more time, Chantal, before I scroll past. You like to eat things, you like to chew things, you like to swallow things. Those are 3 things you should be eating, chewing, and swallowing. It'd be good for you. All right, Lilu says CPAP mark still there in filthy, piling hijab that looks like it hasn't been washed in over a month. Are you supposed to be clean? Isn't that a major thing with Muslims? You're so disrespectful to that faith. I agree, because yes, cleanliness is part of being a Muslim person. Cleanliness is for everybody, but it is very important to those who are Muslim. And here she is running around being filthy, disgusting, dirty, and nasty. So this hijab, it's and here's my question, Chantal. Like, I know you have money. Why can't you buy some brand new hijabs? There's no excuse for this. I'm sure they can't be that expensive, but the piling, which means it needs to be discarded. We've got the CPAP marks, which means you just woke up not too long ago. So if you just woke up not too long ago, why was it so hard to take a 4-minute walk at the beach? I mean, you just woke up. You should have all of your energy, all of it. There's no excuse for not taking a walk first thing in the morning. Shenanigans says you have a choice, Chantal. You have no problem ignoring your religion when it suits you, yet you use it as an excuse to complain about the weather. We will never believe that you are a true Muslim. They deserve better representation. Well said. I think they do too. I think that she's a very bad representation. And the reason why she's a bad representative is because she's not really taking it into her heart. It's not really in her heart where it should be. She just wants to wear the hijab and the abaya and use the clothing to disguise who she really is. But no matter what the clothing may be, she's still an awful person. Seriously. Mo Translate says, seriously, she's blaming her hijab. She needs to buy light fabric and a seamstress who can make clothes that are suitable for her body and the heat. This isn't even a real relationship. Why is she in Kuwait? We've all been trying to figure it out, Mo. Go back to Canada or stay in Kuwait and STFU about the heat. So people were leaving comments under the live. Let's read some of them. Kimmy says, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Get your eating under control and you'll be able to handle normal everyday activities and also get the light flowing fabric. You are your own worst enemy, just stating fact. Fraudy replies with, no matter my size, I'll never be able to walk around in 42-degree weather. Let's just say what you're saying is true, Chantal, because of your size. What's the workaround? The workaround is that you get a treadmill and you have it in the apartment in the air conditioning and you can walk whenever you want. You won't have to go anywhere. You can stay comfortable. There's privacy. How many times and how many people have said to you, get a treadmill? How many times have I said it to you? And I know you heard me. Spend about $1,000 or so on a treadmill because you're going to need something that expensive. You need something that can handle your weight so it won't break. But if it matters to you, get a treadmill, set it up in the apartment. Have Salah set it up, have somebody set it up, put it together. You can walk on the treadmill whenever you want. And you won't have to worry about anybody looking at you or watching you as you walk. You can walk when he's not there, get your stamina up. And remember, Chantal, you chose to go to the Middle East. You did. Everybody warned you it was hot over there, and you decided to go over there anyway. So if people are warning you and you've got full knowledge about how hot it is, and you're a Canadian and you're used to cold weather, can you really complain? No. Out for a stroll says you don't have some idea of why you might not feel well, Chantal. She says, yeah, I know my health issues, but try coming here and hanging out in a hijab fully covered in 40-degree weather. That's her defense. Like, I'm in 40-degree weather in a hijab and you guys just don't know what that's about. Well, that's the life that you chose. You can't get mad at us for what you chose to do, can you? You know, like, if I would think that you wanting to do all of this, since you decided to go over to the Middle East, wear a hijab, wear an abaya, I would think that going over there and experiencing the heat and the weather, that might give you some motivation to lose weight. That at some point you would just, like everything would click inside your head and you would go, it's really uncomfortable. Being this heavy over here is really uncomfortable. Maybe I need to make life easier on myself by losing some of the weight, and that way I get my mobility back and the heat won't be so bad for me. But no, she thinks she can just be as big as she is, and it's going to continue to get hot, and the bigger she gets, the worse it's going to get. Okay, so Del on Earth says, shout out to Pete's of blank for their recaps because this is funny AF. So here's some of the recaps from DX. After walking for literally a few minutes, Chantal starts throwing a fit because she's hot. Oh, I'm here for it. Oh, is that true? She was mad. I'm here for the mad. And you guys are here for the mad too. We like to see her mad. She's interesting when she's mad. She complains how hot it is. He says it isn't that hot, and she snaps at him, saying he isn't in an undershirt and hijab. They sit in silence, incessant complaining. Salah says it's only 38 degrees Celsius. He asks if she wants to keep moving. She says she doesn't, and she starts complaining that people don't understand her limitations. He tries to calm her down, saying they'll go to the car if she feels sick, to which she angrily snaps at him. Oh, this is turning out to be good already. Oh, I can't wait to react to this. This sounds like a good one. This sounds like a really good one. DX says, Chantal is angry and miserable. Salah tells her she can do it and rushes her into the car. It's clear she's like seconds away from throwing up. She's red, huffing, and looks like she is crying. She turns on the car and puts it in her face. Oh, this is going to be a good one, y'all. If she's this mad, ooh, I can't wait to get to it. Tat Von B says, Foodie Beauty, look at the state of her hijab. What a disgrace to Islam. And she still has a CPAP lines on her face. How? Well, considering how hot it is in the Middle East right now, I'm sure they had to get up kind of early to kind of beat the afternoon sun. Like, you guys know I live in Oregon, and we've had temperatures over 100 degrees, had that last month. And the early morning hours are the coolest, and about noon or so, it's really, really bad. And Chantal's not a morning person. She's a night person. So she's already going to be grumpy getting up in the morning because morning what? So she had to get up early and get herself attired to do this. So, like, they got up early. He started driving. CPAP lines are still on her face, but Chantal, really, get some more hijabs. Get something brand new. That piling is awful. When the piling starts happening on clothing, it's time to discard it or just throw it away. Fondue Pondu says Salah is better than me. Straight up. If he refused to get off that bench, what could she do? Nothing. I would have made her sit there and walk and keep walking. And no fat drink on the way home, period. Do something about it, Shins. She couldn't do crap. Kelly says, dang, if I was Salah, I'd kick her to the curb. All she did was complain the moment she had to walk. She didn't even let Salah enjoy the beach because it was boring. F you, Foodie, for making me feel bad for Salah. I don't feel bad for Salah. I don't care if she was complaining. I don't care if she was screaming at him in public. I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for Salah because he signed on for this, y'all. He literally did. And he's had like 4 or 5 opportunities to stop this whole thing, and he never did. She went home to Canada at least, 3 or 4 times? I can't even count at this point. It's been 2 years. But the opportunity was there that every time she got on a plane alone to go home, he could have gone back to the apartment, packed up all this stuff, taken the cat, taken the hamster, disappeared into the night, and that would have been that. But he decided to keep this going. So every bit of misery that she gives him, he literally signed on for. But you gotta know. You just gotta know. I'm sure there's been a moment in all of this where he thinks back to the time when he lived alone in that tiny apartment, the one that we first saw him in. And he thinks to himself, man, I was so much happier then. Even though the apartment was not nice, I had my freedom. I was happy. I had my social life. I had my friends. I bet he wishes he could go back to that simple life. I bet you he would be more grateful for it now than he was then. Because trading up to a nicer apartment, this is the price you pay. When you're not paying for it and somebody else is paying for it, this is the price you pay. I hope you learn your lesson, Salah. Let's watch the clip.
Ugh, it's hot, babe. Ugh, I'm sweaty. I'm not even wearing that many layers. I'm just wearing one shirt.
Chantal, you're wearing the hijab, which holds in the heat of your head. You're wearing the abaya, and on top of that, you're wearing a green sweater. Seriously? Does it take a rocket scientist or a genius to figure out that you are wearing layers from head to toe and you're going to get real hot, especially at your size? The 2 areas of the body that you want to have uncovered in heat is your feet and your head, because you give off a lot of heat from your head, and you've got your head covered by the undercap thing and the hijab thing. So you're holding in your head heat. That alone is going to make you feel warmer. But you got on the abaya and you got on that green sweater dress thing. Yeah, you're going to be boiling hot. I would be too.
I'm always hot. That's like how I am, you know? I just hate the heat so bad.
Well, then go home. This is so easy. You're a Canadian. You like the winter. You like the cold. You feel comfortable. Go home. This is simple. Go home. Then you'll be comfortable. Go home.
Just like really sunny and hot. I hate sweating. If you have your head covered too, it makes it more hot, I think.
Yeah?
I don't know. I'm just hot. And pretty hot for me.
You know, I think she uses the whole I'm hot, I'm hot, I'm hot thing, not because she's honestly hot, because yeah, I can see she can get honestly hot. But she uses that as an excuse to not do anything, to not exercise, to not walk. She's always looking at Salah, I'm hot, I'm hot, I'm hot. She's trying to get out of doing any kind of activity. Chantal, do you realize what a burden you are to Salah? How annoying that is, how irritating that is. He can't stand it. You are a 550-pound ball and chain around his ankle, and he can't stand it. I'm waiting for the day he finally just snaps at you and just tells you all about your business. It'll probably never happen, but it would be funny.
Okay. I think we should keep going.
I'm chilling out here.
It's boring.
It's boring. It's boring. So sitting at home, doing nothing but eating, scrolling on your phone, you've done that for 2 years. That's not boring. I would think it's boring. I would have cabin fever. I would have to get out of the house, go for a walk, do something. Not her. That's the happy life for her. Sitting in the apartment with the AC, scrolling on her phone, making up sock accounts on YouTube, saying nasty things to people, making community posts about things she really doesn't care about. That's her happy life, y'all. It is. Take me to the beach. I'm not saying Salah to do it, but I would love to go to the beach and just sit there and smell the sea air and listen to the seagulls and watch the waves. It wouldn't be boring to me. I would love the ocean. I grew up in Florida.
I want to get a coffee. I think I'll have to do any.
There you go. That's the motivation for all of her complaining. It's boring. I want to go get a coffee. She wants her sweet. This is her out. I don't want to do any activity. I don't want to enjoy nature. I just want a coffee and some pastry or a donut. Always thinking about the food, even when she doesn't have to.
Walking in the house, like walking in place because I need AC. You find it hot?
But the thing is, you don't walk in place, though. It would be beneficial if you do walk in place, but you're not going to do it. You want to lay in the seal position, remember?
No, at all.
Yeah, but you're not in a hijab and you're wearing short sleeve.
You're right, he's not, but he's not you and you're not him. You don't understand, Salah. I'm in layers over here, and nobody told you had to be in layers. Absolutely no one. You don't have to dress in the abaya or the hijab if you don't want to. You're choosing to do it. This is another bad choice for you, Chantal. And when you make bad choices, what happens? You got to deal with the repercussions of your bad actions and your bad choices.
You want to keep moving?
Going where?
Like,
Ooh, the attitude. He's like, do you want to keep walking? And she says, going where? She's on the defensive, y'all. She's mad.
walk for that place here, and then come back to the car.
No, I don't.
Look at those. Oh my, y'all, look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Oh, I haven't seen this in a while. This is delicious. That her anger is going well with my morning coffee. Look at that. I haven't seen that annoyed a look in a while. She's so annoyed. You know, Chantal, you have a pattern. Do you realize you have a pattern with men? You've got several patterns, actually. But here's the pattern that I've noticed. Would you mind if I pointed out to you, as someone that I've been reacting to you for quite a while, can I just point out one of your patterns? See, believe it or not, you're a thrill seeker. And I know people are watching this reacting going, what are you talking about, Rose? She's a thrill seeker. Just follow me and let me explain. Chantal is a thrill seeker. She's always chasing the new and the unfamiliar. She chases what I call the new car smell. Anybody ever got a brand new car, not driven at all? You sit in it and it smells like a new car. You can smell the vinyl and the leather, and it smells brand new, never been driven. And that smell stays in the car for about a week or 2 weeks. The more you drive it, the more it dissipates. But after a while, the new car smell is gone, right? And then you're just left with a car. You're left with what it is. Chantal's life is so boring that she's always chasing things that offer a bit of a temporary high for the moment. And then once that high goes away, she gets bored. She gets annoyed. Let's think back to her history with men and how that applies. She's in love with the idea of being in love and being with somebody. She gets high off the challenge of conquering something or someone. In the beginning, with all relationships, like there's that newness, that's the unfamiliar. Like anybody's ever started a new relationship, that new love, it's so intoxicating. You can get drunk and high off of it. It's like, like there's fireworks going off everywhere. You're floating on a cloud. She loves that feeling. She absolutely loves it. But the problem is it does not last. She had that feeling with BB. She had that feeling with Pete's. And then once she's conquered the mountains, so to speak, then she doesn't feel high anymore and she gets annoyed with whoever she's with. Think back to when she first started living with Pete. There was a bit of a challenge there. She wanted him to quit his job and join her on YouTube, and she was relentless to get him to quit. She's like, oh, just come and do YouTube with me. Well, the moment he wasn't working anymore and he did stuff with her on YouTube, very quickly she got annoyed with him. He would walk in the room and she would roll her eyes just like this and be annoyed just like this. It even happened with Natter. In the beginning, she was just all into Natter. And then slowly he started to annoy her. And she was rolling the eyes and getting snarky. And now here we are with Salah. In the beginning, she couldn't say enough good things about him. Now she's openly being annoyed with him. So chasing the new car smell, Chantal, like this, all new things stop being new after a while, all new things stop being new after a while.
يلا.
We're gonna go back to the car.
If you feel well,
I don't
keep
feel
walking.
well.
If you feel not well, just go back to the car.
I think I feel frustrated because I feel like nobody understands my limitations. Like,
oh, because you're the only person in the world that is super morbidly obese. You're the only person that's ever experienced that. Nobody would ever understand, Chantal. Poor you. Somebody cue up the tiny violins for Chantal. Where are the violins? I have to get them out for her because none of us, we just don't know the struggle, y'all. We don't know the struggle. We don't know the struggle at all. No. We don't understand. We don't get it.
I'm not well in the heat. I always try to go out, but
The thing is, like, this is where we lack sympathy for you, Chantal, and where we're always lack sympathy. This is where my I don't give a crap quarter comes out and I'm throwing it at you. You have your issues. What are you doing about your issues? You're 5 feet tall. What you should be is in the 115, 120 pound range. You're short. Honestly, you're supposed to be tiny. Like, you guys look at me. Okay, I'm 5'3". I'm 3 inches taller than Chantal. But honestly, like, she's built petite as far as her bone structure. And she's carrying hundreds of pounds on her frame that don't need to be there. She got herself to the size that she's at by the excessive eating and letting the food issue go completely out of control. Could she fix it? Yeah. And she's in a position where she's got the money, the time, the resources, the energy to do whatever it is she wants to do to fix it. All the time that she spends destroying her health, she can turn around and fix her health. She could buy a treadmill. She's got the money to buy healthy food. She could talk to nutritionists and dietitians and go to counseling. Not doing any of that. There are lots of people in the world right now that are dealing with their issues, and they have to work around an entire schedule of work and work on their issues as well as that. But she's got all the free time in the world. She's just spending it badly. But nobody understands pain like Chantal does.
I just can't. Like, I'm not built that way. You know what I mean?
You're not built anyway. You've got people in your ear telling you that the SEAL life is for you. Problem is, you're not a SEAL. You're a person. People are meant to move. They are meant to be active. They're meant to do things and experience life. You are not an ocean animal. You're not a sea animal, Chantal. You're a person. Remember that.
I don't know. To me, like for you, it's not hot, but for me, I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
From you?
No, that's okay. Look at the sweat.
Ooh, look at those eyes. She is so annoyed with him. Like, I am so mad at you for doing this. And you know what he's probably thinking right now? He's probably thinking, woman, this was your idea. She probably asked him to do it, and then they did it. And now she's mad at him for asking him to do it. How can you be mad at him for asking him to get some content for YouTube? This is what you wanted to do, knowing how hot it is outside. But look at those eyes. She's giving the bombastic side eye right now. Like, you better hold that fan, sir. You better hold it if you want me to buy you some chicken nuggets.
Sorry, I tried, babe, but I just can't do it.
She's not sorry. She's probably smirking in her head of like, I didn't want to do this. I really just want to get in the car with the air conditioning, go get a donut, and go get my coffee.
He is too much for me.
Look at that smirk. Duper's delight. Told you. Duper's delight. She's okay. She's fine. She wasn't in the heat for more than 5 minutes. You can't get heat stroke in 5 minutes. Impossible. Because I'll tell you what, I have been close to heat stroke many times. I had it in Cali. I lived in an apartment with no air conditioning. The temperature will reach well over 100 degrees. The danger level with heat stroke is you start sweating, and that moment when you stop sweating is when you know you're in trouble. When you stop sweating and you start feeling kind of woozy, that's when it's time to go jump into the shower and cool yourself down. She was out there for like 4 or 5 minutes. If she's still sweating, she's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. She just wanted her stupid coffee. Two-tailed caperer says grocery store tomatoes when the mist comes on. No, not the grocery store tomatoes. I'm dead. I'm dead. That's perfect. Thank you, two-tailed caperer. Ghost Crab says treadmill. Yes, babe. Want treadmill. Buy a babe treadmill. Babe, love it. Amazing. He's not going to buy the treadmill for her. She's going to have to buy it. At her size, she's going to need an expensive treadmill. Not a cheap one that folds up. She's going to need one of the expensive ones that are like, what, $700, $1,000? Because it can handle like 500 pounds for the weight. But let's watch.
Treadmill?
Yep. Girl World has been telling her, get a treadmill. Do it inside. Why is this now a thing?
Yeah, maybe, eh?
Yeah, maybe. Does anybody believe that Chantal's going to throw down $1,000 for a treadmill? For real? When she's over there with her food addiction? Nah. She's not going to spend $1,000 for something that would help her health improve, will give her back her stamina and her mobility, maybe help her breathing. No. We can't do that. That's too logical. That makes too much sense. Her mind is going to go in the avenue of $1,000 for a treadmill. That's $1,000 that I could have spent on takeout. Can't do that. No, we're not going to do anything to make my health better. I would rather have money for food.
I should.
Yeah. Do you want treadmill, babe?
He's over there saying, do you want a treadmill? Salat, listen, I don't know if you're trying to motivate her at all for walking, but you just need to get it through your thick head. She is determined to not move. And I mean determined. If you haven't figured out by now over the course of 2 years that she's been around you that this woman is as stubborn as a pack of mules, that when she does not want to move, she's not going to move, and she's always going to get her way, I don't know what to tell you. She's very rebellious. She's always going to get her way no matter what. She controls the money, so nobody can tell her not to spend her money on whatever it is that she wants to spend it on. If you're thinking that at some point the two of you can travel, just give it up. You're not going to travel. And if you do, it's not going to be much fun. It really isn't. No more trips to Thailand. No more trips anywhere. She's not going anyplace, sir. Not if she can help it. She's not going to throw down a couple $1,000s on 2 seats for her and then money for a seat for you to go anyplace. And be thankful for that. Because if you guys go outside of Kuwait, she's even more miserable. And she's even more clingy. At least in Kuwait, you have your friends and your family. You got more freedom in Kuwait than you would if you went abroad. So just deal with it. You signed on for this. Deal with it.
You like it? Amazing.
And you know what, Chantal? This is the part that really helped me here. I need some help. Help me to understand. You want a happy marriage, right? You or at least you want some extra time with Salah. Yet you make yourself intolerable for him. You're not any fun. You can see he's active. He wants to go to the beach. He wants to do things. Yet you make yourself a burden. You can't even go to the beach with Salah and at least be quiet and be polite and let him enjoy the beach. You're not understanding that you are such a burden. You're so irritating. The more you are that way, the more he wants to stay away from you. You're not very pleasant company. You just want to sit in a room and eat your food, and there has to be food. He wants to go out and do stuff. You want more time with him, but yet you don't want to be active at all. So you know what's going to happen. You know what has been happening. He leaves you alone and he finds other people to do things with, which leads to you eating more food because you're like, where is he? What's he doing? Who's he talking to? If he can't have fun with you, he's going to find other people to have fun with. And I mean that in every way. Every way, Chantal. Red room fun, beach fun, because he can't have any fun with you. And if he can't have any fun with you, he's going to seek out those that he can't have fun with. Believe it. All right, Queen of WTF says, had a tantrum, got her way to go back to the car, and then got a reward for the least amount of effort. She is never going to lose weight. She walks all over him when he tries to get her out and plays the I'm not well, I can't do it card every time. Yep. And you know what? Some people have said that he's a feedie. I don't believe that to be true. I don't think he's into the food thing at all. He's not excited over it. He's not aroused by it. When she eats, he's not there to feed her the food with a smile on his face. I think he just gives her the food to pacify her, because if he doesn't, she throws a temper tantrum and she becomes an absolute terror. So if she wants a coffee, he'll get her a coffee. If she wants 10 pizzas, he'll get her the 10 pizzas. It's the easiest way to keep her calm, is to give in to what she wants. She learned that whole thing in childhood with her grandma and with her mother, and she never grew out of it. Nobody ever told her no. And so she can continue the cycle in her later life, and so it has. Fondue Pondu says, this costume was your choice. I call it that only related to Chantal because that is what it is to her only. Nothing religious. She chooses this. Salah told her to dress Western when she arrived, and she chooses this costume for vanity. You can't use it for sympathy. The hijab and the abaya are not a costume for the true Muslim people. Much respect to those who are Muslim, that have the faith in their heart. They're good people. Much respect to them. How it becomes a costume is when Chantal wears it. Before she put on the hijab and the abaya, she was completely feral. Anybody who was around before Salah knows that. She was showing off all her naughty bits. She was literally flashing her privates at the camera, coming on camera just a bra and skimpy panties. Yeah, but that's what we dealt with back in Crackhead Olympics. She showed us everything to the point where we became desensitized to it. And the only thing she could do to shock us was to completely cover up. And that's what she did. But she even said herself in a video, and anybody can look for this and find it. She did a video where she was wearing the floral abaya with like little pink and red flowers all over it. And she confessed that one of the big reasons why she wears the abaya was because she was getting bigger and she could kind of hide her weight, hide her body. So it has nothing to do with having a faith in your heart or anything religious. It has to do with she was getting bigger and the clothes she was wearing was not covering up what she wanted covered up. So she puts on the hijab and she puts on the abaya to as a way to disguise getting bigger in size. She's trying to hide it from all of us. Although at this point, Chantal, the filters have given up. The abaya and the hijab, they can't hold everything in anymore. So it's just the bigger you get, the more that shows, believe it or not. All right. Let's see. Did I go over this? Hello YouTube says, Salah robotically says how he loves the chat and they just keep talking in the car to the audience. They keep pretending to be happy by obsessively fake laughing. Foodie whines because he doesn't want to go back to the house. You can tell he's annoyed. Well, Chantal probably never leaves him alone. She has mentioned that if he leaves the house, allegedly, he's got to FaceTime her. So he just wants to enjoy the fresh air and the sunshine. And she just like, she wants to go back home already. So yeah, that is annoying. And she wonders why he leaves her alone so much. Well, that's because when he's with you, Chantal, he can enjoy anything. You don't allow for it. Fondue Pondu says, whichever of you did this, bravo. Let's look at, I'm nosy. What are we looking at? Okay, here's this comment from Girl Please saying, I'd rather my husband leave me than being this big of a burden on him. Yikes. All she can do, walk 2 steps and then snap at him. They're not wrong. They're not wrong in what they're saying. Fondue Pondu says, walked 4 minutes sitting, an absolute abject failure, finding every excuse to not be active, complain, and whine like a baby. The more the chat is pushing her to walk, she's pushing back. Well, Beezers, those of you that are not into the food fetish, those of you that don't have food issues yourselves, if you're just a person that you're healthy and you're just there to help Chantal to be healthy, let me save you the trouble and the headache and the aspirin that you're going to take trying to wrap your head around this. She's not interested in health. Never has been, never will be. You don't believe me? Do a search on her name on YouTube. You'll see for yourself there's a definite pattern here of just committing to being unhealthy rather than healthy. You'll see it for yourself. Just do your own homework. Miss Anthropope Lulu says Salah made her walk 300 feet and she's angry about it. At least she'll get her McDonald's reward. The chemistry was off the chart. Well, the chemistry between her and McDonald's, not her and Salah. Fondue Pondu says 11 minutes out of the car and she is pushing back on Salah, who wants to stay at the beach. He is angry. Yeah, I don't know what conversation they had before the stream began. He just wanted to go to the beach and hang for a while, and they barely get there, and she's like, let's go. I would be mad too if this woman made me get up early in the morning for no random reason to do content for YouTube, drive all the way out there, and the moment they get there, she's like, let's go. You know he was mad. Like, we just got here. You made a big deal about this, and we just got here. And you want to go already. You got me up early in the freaking morning for this? Really? Yeah, I'd be mad too. But again, no sympathy for him. This is what he wanted. He wanted to live off a woman's money. You got to deal with the woman in question, period. Day-to-day Ray. Hey, Ray. Says Foodie Beauty and ALR are both live at the same time. As of 11 p.m. Eastern, Amber has 2K people watching and Foodie has 200. How the tables have turned. Oof. This is like the second time that Amber has gone live when Foodie's live. So are you going to tell me, Chantal, that Amber's not coming for your crown, girl? Is she still your friend? Was she ever your friend? You two aren't friends. You're both big ladies on YouTube looking to make money off of drama. There's competition in the workplace. She's not your friend. She it's not a matter of her coming for the crown. She's got it. She got it back. I don't know how long she's going to keep it. I don't know how long the drama with her and Tommy and Alexis is going to go on, but she's got the crown in her hand right now and she's about to put it on her head. Y'all ain't friends. You're not friends. So here's the live. The Amber was doing 2.1K watching. And here's Chantal. Oops. And I oop. See, Chantal, see how people respond to something interesting? And if you're not doing it and somebody else is, people are going to go where it's entertaining. That's why you got to step it up. You got to do more than lay around. Let's see. Queen of WTF says, I wouldn't want to be out in that heat having to be completely covered either. But dang, she's crabby. She knows she's limited and shouldn't. Probably start doing little exercises at home, but she can't be bothered. Well, that's Chantal. Fondue Pondu says, don't cry about no one understanding your limitations and then stuff your face later, right? So here's a screenshot from the live. Let me tell you something, Chantal. Like you see me, okay? I'm camming up. My camera's on, no filters here, mama. If I were in the Middle East, and if I were in multiple layers of clothing, yeah, I would be like, I can't. Even at my size, I would. Extreme heat is extreme heat. So you've got like the trifecta of overheating going on here. You have a woman of a bigger size. You're covered from head to toe. On top of the abaya and the hijab, you've got this sweater dress thing. It makes no sense. It makes your body can't cool off. It can't release the heat. You've got all of the skin covered. So how can you complain? Look, like what she's got on is stuff that you wear for winter, not summer, not deep summer. This August is the hottest month of the year. Why would you cover up this much? Why not wear like a long flowing loose abaya? Wouldn't that be better? No, she's going to cover up and complain. Chantal, you look awful. I'm just saying. Mr. Michael B. Petty says, this is her second summer in Kuwait. Why is she acting brand new? Wasn't her marvelous manure man supposed to guide her into excellent health? She still can't even walk up to a bench and back. Nope, she can't. If she had screwed her head on straight 2 years ago, by now she'd feel a lot better. She told us when she first arrived in Kuwait that she was turning over a new leaf. She was going to get herself healthy. The Salah was going to help her. What happened? What happened? She's gotten far worse. She gained another 150, 200 pounds. She's gone the opposite way. And she chose to do that. And then she wants to complain to all of us. Nope. Mo translates, says, yikes, she's miserable and hates him for making her walk. Love that for her. Let's listen.
You want to keep moving?
Going where?
Going where? Where are we going now?
Like walk for that place here and then come back to the car?
No, I don't.
See, look at that annoyed look. If I were with somebody that were giving me that much attitude and they got me up early in the morning for no random reason, you know what I'd be doing right now? I would be getting up and going, I'll see you later. I'll be in the car with the air conditioning. I'll meet you there. I would give the attitude right back. You know what? If Salah did give her the attitude right back, she might respect him. She would fall in love with him all over again. Think about all the attitude that Nader gave her. That turned her on like nothing else. She looked at that as a challenge. The fact that he's a doormat and he'll do whatever she tells him to do is the reason why she doesn't have respect for him and she's not minding her manners. Yeah, I'd be getting up off that bench and going, you know what? You have an attitude. I don't like it. I'm going to go take a walk on the beach. You can go walk to the car and get in the air conditioning, but I'm going to enjoy my time here. Do whatever it is you want to do. I would give it right back to her.
Yalla.
gonna go back to the car?
If you feel well,
I don't
keep
feel well.
walking. If you're not, if you feel
She never feels well, though. She's at home. She doesn't feel well. She doesn't feel well at the park in the dark. She doesn't feel well at the beach. Where do you feel well, Chantal? Where do you feel well? Nowhere.
not well, just go back to the car.
I think I feel frustrated because I feel like nobody understands my limitations. Like I'm not well.
We don't have to understand. Nobody understands my limitations, as if they're not under your control, as if they're not by your choice. You are not someone that has suffered some injury or accident or disease that is not of your control that caused the limitations in the first place. A lot of your limitations and your issues have to do with your eating. So no sympathy, none. You speak about your limitations, but what are you doing about them? Absolutely nothing. So we don't cry for you.
Well in the heat. I always try to go out, but I just can't. Like I'm not built that way. You know what I mean? I don't know. To me, like for you, it's not hot, but for me, I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
You know what, though, Salah? She said all of this. So when you want to go out and you want to go to the beach and you want to hang with the friends, and if she's got anything to say about it, you know what you say? Remember when we went to the beach together? How miserable you were? That's why I'm not taking you. That's why I'm going to go hang with other people, because you can't hang. And put her in her place about that.
I don't know why.
Back to the car. That's okay.
So confirmed, y'all, we're never going to see her in the burkini at the beach. I think it's safe to say that. She's never going to go to the beach and wear her burkini and go swimming, although it would be good for her. So the burkini was just like, what was the point of that?
Film you
No, that's okay.
with the Kuwait towers again.
Okay.
She's so mad. I'm living for her mad today. Oh, this is going to be good when I react to this whole thing. DX says, after 40 minutes of driving footage, Chantal agrees to get out for a bit. Video glitches. Chantal looks like she's using her arms and legs for the first time, waddling and wheezing. She looks miserable. She does. Okay, something cute from Cats That Heal Your Depression. So Black Cat's baby passed away. Aw. And she's fostering an orphan kitten instead. That's so sweet. Look. Mama's grabbing onto the baby. She's like, it's mine now. You gave it to me. It's mine. No takebacks. That is so sweet. Aw. Black cats are so awesome. They're so pretty. Look at this mama. So anybody out there that might be operating under superstitions about black cats, oh, they're evil. Black cats are not evil. They're the same as any other cat. They're adorable. You know, like Blackie outside. She's an adorable little thing. She loves to loaf on my lap. Nothing wrong with black cats. They are not evil. And here you go. Here's proof right here. Here's a mama saying, it's not mine, but I'll take it anyway and make it mine. That's sweet. All right. Well, let's see here. Oh, cats with jobs. The alarm clock. This is so boogerish right here. Boop. I'm going to boop you on the head. You got to get up and give me my food. This is what she does to me. Boop. Get up. Yog says mama cat adopts an orphaned otter. Yep, there's another. Cats taking care of things that are not cats because it looks like a cat. So sweet. All right, let's see. I'll deal with the Amber cookie situation later. I'm not about that life to discuss it right now. Okay, here's something cool from L Lookbook. What a great bookshelf. So the tree was inside the building. They made it part of the building. They made a bookshelf out of it. How awesome. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else about Chantal? Here's a pretty picture from Moon Lover. That looks peaceful. All right, so I think we're all caught up. Oh, it took an hour. I wasn't even looking at StreamYard. So sorry. That's okay. That's okay. It is all right. So let's go on to the actual live stream with Chantal. And like I said, we're starting about 36 minutes in because that's when they arrive at the beach and that's when all the crabbiness gets started. Let's cut out all the boring driving footage. There's really no need to include it. Let's go.
Okay. Where's the tower? Wow.
What's up, chat? Hello, guys.
You want to film me or
Yeah, of course. Just you have to. Okay.
what? And I'll keep the river with me. I'm gonna take a swig.
You know what's interesting, y'all? I remember when Chantal would get angry at Salah for showing the full body shots. She would get so mad. She didn't want anybody to see her body or remarking on her body. Now she's completely fine with showing off all of her physique. And I feel a big motivator for that is because the people that are behind the scenes, paying her to eat certain meals, wanting her to gain weight, they like the full body shots. They want to see just how big she is. That's why she's okay with it now.
Take a water. Or do you want me to? I'm so clumsy.
It's taken her so long to get out of that doggone car.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would have been out of the car by now and down to the sand and down to the water. 5 minutes tops. Ow! For anybody that's got headphones in and earbuds, I am so sorry. I did not know she was going to do that. My ears just squeaked at me. My apologies to those that have the headphones. That hurt. Ugh.
Okay. Whoops.
And Miss 100K channel still has not invested money in a device that can hold on to the camera to where she can walk and the camera won't wobble. They're not that expensive, you know. Like put the phone on a stick type situation and walk so the camera's not like unsteady. Come on, Chantal, get it together. Good Lord.
Okay, guys, I'm coming over here.
Chantal, the Kuwait Towers here.
They always show us the same areas over and over and over again. Like we've seen the Kuwait Towers before. We've seen this area before. Kuwait is huge. Is there nowhere else they can show us something new we've not seen yet?
Hello.
Wait, one good shot.
Good?
I guess so.
Hello, guys. In Kuwait Towers. They're building a lot of things here. Hey?
Yeah, so many.
This wasn't all here before. It's going to be so.
And you know what? Even if Chantal is sensitive to the heat because of her size and the way she's dressed, my question is, why do they have to go in the daytime? Could they not have done this at night when it would have been cooler and she would have been more comfortable?
Hot in a little bit, so.
In like half an hour, maybe.
Or is it that Salah is busy at night, so he can't do this at night?
ECP, breathe it.
You know, I honestly think that Salah anymore, he's so annoyed with Chantal. I honestly think there's a part of him, there's a resentful, I hate you part of him that enjoys torturing her and making her mad. Like she makes his life miserable. So he's like, I'm going to have some get back moments with you. I'm going to take you places and make you do things you don't want to do just to kind of flip you the middle finger without endangering my paycheck. And a moment like that is happening right now.
Hey
Hello,
guys.
hello guys. Welcome everybody. Kuwait towels, not towels.
Kuwait towels? What's in here? Oh, nothing.
Okay, this is what she's doing, y'all. This is what Chantal does. She'll walk a little while and then she'll say, oh, what's this over here? What's this tree? What's this bush? What's this, whatever it is? Looking for an excuse to walk up to something, lean up against it, sit on it. She won't just take a straight walk. It's like, oh, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go over here. Let me look at this. It's her way of stopping whatever it is going on activity-wise.
We can't wait to meet you. No,
She saw the Starbucks symbol and she's like, oh, is there a Starbucks over there?
thanks.
And look what's in the background. We got the McDonald's. So is that the reason why you guys went there? Is that why you guys went there? Y'all, look over here. What's in the background? Is this a McDonald's right next to the beach? Of course it would be. This is the motivator. This is why she got up early in the morning. I'm going to go to the beach and walk around for 4 minutes because after we're done, you're going to go get me some food from McDonald's. Got it.
It's warm.
That's the only way he got her to the beach, is to go directly to that McDonald's after they were done. Let's go to the beach, Chantal. I want to see the water. There's a McDonald's right next door. She got her butt up and she put her clothes on so fast.
There's the beach.
Work out, change vibe, smell fresh air, you know, out and about, right?
Yeah.
See, here's the problem, Salah. You want to go out and smell the fresh air. The only air that she wants to smell is the air inside the McDonald's where the quarter pounders are cooking. That's what she wants to smell in the air, not the salt air, sir.
Lazy. Do you hold it? And maybe if you want to read the chat.
You parked too far. Yeah.
We're going to walk anyway, so who cares?
Hello, cheerleader. Beach. The manicure bees. I don't really do my nails, but maybe.
I guess she's got the phone now. You can tell that she's got the phone because I'm getting seasick. Oh, look what she's looking at. Look at the camera view. She sees those benches. She's going to go right for them.
Drive through.
She's going to go right for those benches. It's a wrap.
The fountains are empty? How come?
Chantal, give the camera back to Salah. Like you're making everybody seasick.
Yeah, the fountains are empty.
Yeah, still early, you know. Also the fountain is empty.
Ugh, it's hot, babe.
It's so hot. Ugh.
They don't expect too many customers now. That's why.
I'm sitting here.
Up, told you. Told you. She's like, oh, I see benches. I'm going to go right for it. She's done this before. Like even her little night walks in the park, she stopped every 2 or 3 steps, finding a bench, finding something to sit on. And her lives and her videos were full of jump cuts where you could just tell she was sitting a lot.
Oh, I'm sweaty.
ACP, why are you offended? By what?
Hey, Sarah. Yeah, you can swim, but I don't have my swimsuit.
You know, Salah, if you ever want to go back to this beach again, if you actually want time at the beach, this is how you do it. You take her to the McDonald's, you have her sit inside the McDonald's, order a bunch of food. You might get about 10 to 15 minutes of beach time in while she's wolfing down the food. She'll be in the air conditioning. She'll be fine. That's the only way you're going to be able to go to the beach with her and her not complain the entire time. Just put her in a McDonald's and let her go to work.
The Burkini one from Timo?
Yeah. Hey, Roach Queen. It's hotter in Texas. Ugh. Yeah, the towers. I don't know actually if the towers are open right now. I don't think right now. I think it's too early. I'm not even wearing that many layers. I'm just wearing one shirt.
No. You're wearing multiple layers. You've got the band around your forehead. You've got the hijab on top of that. Then you've got the abaya. You might have some Spanx on. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I see so far. You've got the abaya type situation. You've got this bulky sweater, which is inappropriate for summer. Yeah, you're going to be hot. I'd be hot too. But you dressed yourself that day. So can you complain? You're the idiot making these fashion choices.
But I'm always hot. That's like how I am, you
Shut
know?
up.
I just hate the heat so bad.
Well, then why'd you move over there, dummy? If you hate the heat so bad, why did you move to one of the hottest places on the earth? You're so dumb.
Yeah, it feels like I don't know how to explain it. Go back to the car and crank the air conditioning. My oldest just brought his girlfriend over to meet the family. Just happy the little ones. Oh, nice, bourgeois. Hey, Samji.
So Swag Daddy says, why are we roasting by choice? My guess is her clothing choices were a choice on purpose because she did not want to go to the beach and walk around. And this is her out. I'm going to dress in really hot clothing and complain about the heat to get out of actually moving around.
Nice. Hey, Carolina. Sarah, we feel the heat more. Yeah, I'll be okay. It's just like really sunny and hot. I hate sweating. No. No, it's okay. If you have your head covered too, it makes it more hot, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just hot. Can you roll in the sand? No. Hey, Sam. Hi, Kimana. You have water in the car.
Well, then what's it doing in the car? Didn't you bring it with you?
I have a fan in my purse, actually.
Like what's that fan gonna do for her? What's it gonna do for her? She's out there by the ocean. It's generally cooler by the ocean than in the city because you're by the water. There's moisture in the air. What's that fan gonna do for her? If you want to be cooler, Chantal, go closer to the water.
Joanne, hi. No, I've never had Brazilian lemonade.
Babe, I
Thank
think
you,
no
sir.
need for the fan because it's windy. When it's humid, yes, you will need it, right?
Yeah.
Somehow.
You know, the energy that I'm getting off of these two right now, it feels very awkward. It's always awkward, I know, but I'm getting the energy of I brought her here. She can't do very much. She can't do anything at all. So I don't know what to suggest to her. I don't know what to do with her. We're just sitting here. I don't know what to say. I'm just hanging out without even having fun hanging out. It feels very mismatched. Like he's just sitting there waiting for her command about where to take her and what to do. And he knows that she's in a bad mood. It feels very submissive.
It's windy. I'm wearing my new shoes. It is windy, but it's like still really warm.
Why did she do that? Why did she wear those? What did I tell y'all? Did I not say to y'all, why did she get those shoes in beige? Because they were going to get filthy dirty. Look at them. They're brand new and look at them. They are filthy. How in the world did she get the tops of those shoes that filthy? What the heck? Oh my God. They're already ruined. Look, I just want to know how the tops of the shoes got that dirty. Is that because they went to the desert? Is that what happened?
They're actually really comfortable. We don't have crumble cookie here.
So people are asking about crumble cookies now. That's a callback to Amber and something interesting that she did for Tommy using a cookie. Something intimate. Those of you that know, you know, and those that you don't know, well, just you guys can figure it out.
No. Go to Brazil. I don't plan on going to Brazil anytime soon, but maybe someday.
No, never. Never. She would hate it in Brazil. It's hot down there. It's hot. And you know what else she would hate? Like there's beautiful women and men all around the world, everywhere you go. But I've seen some of those Brazilian ladies. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Beautiful bodies, beautiful faces, nice butts. I'm a woman and I can give a compliment. There's lots of the ladies down there that have the nice butts, nice thick thighs. She would have a fit because Salah would go down there and see the beautiful Brazilian ladies. She'd never get him back. He'd be gone for days.
Hi.
Like count name one day or someday.
Oh, maybe someday. Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Maybe Sunday.
Maybe Monday. Who knows?
Who knows? Hey, Vanna. Sam. What? Hello, Sophia. It's 6:20 a.m. here. And pretty hot for me. I like the temperature to be 19, 18.
Babe, come closer here. There's shade. Right? Or here?
Uh-oh, she's getting annoyed because she hears the kids nearby. Chantal does not like children. Even to see them or hear them playing sends her into a rage.
Here maybe.
No, their son.
Here.
Yep. Do you hear the kids?
Try here.
She's annoyed already. It's like, time to move. You can hear the kids.
Yeah, that's a bit better. I can feel a breeze now.
Good. Very nice.
Yeah.
And I could see those CPAP lines on her face now. Like, now that I've got the stream on, I could see them. She just woke up. You know what might be causing the CPAP lines to be so indented in her face, Chantal? It's because the mask is too small for your face. You need to get a bigger one.
Amber's live. Oh, is she? Very different subjects. Her, it's drama, and me, it's not. Thank you, Zaya. A Fitbit. I do have one. I just can't find the charger, which annoys me. Yeah, for sure, bourgeois. They're expensive. Get a nice coffee. No. I don't really buy from McDonald's.
Lies. 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 Trust me, he's going to make a McDonald's trip after this just for her, just because it's right there.
But there's so many. We're going to get there's so many cafes down in Kuwait City. So. Okay. I think we should keep going.
I'm chilling out here.
It's boring.
Look at him. He's like, you're my wife, and we just pat you on the shoulder. I got to pretend like we're actually married, even though nobody believes it. That's all she gets. She spent over $9,000 for a guy that is not intimate with her. All he does is pinch her cheek and pat her on the shoulder. You paid $9,000. And however much you spend on rent and expenses in Kuwait just for that, Chantal.
I want to get a coffee.
Yep, that's why she wants to keep going. She wants to get that coffee. That's the motivation. See, Salah, you did it wrong. If you want her to walk, you're not motivating her the right way. What you should have done, sir, is go to McDonald's or go to Burger King, get a couple of burgers, come back, and then show them to Chantal and go, if you want these, you need to walk at least for 10 minutes and I'll give them to you. Trust me, she would have gotten her big butt up and walked in.
Right now?
Yeah.
And he's annoyed because he knows what that means. He knows that when it's coffee time for Chantal, that means the activity is over.
I don't know where to go, though.
She just got up and she's already yawning.
I think I'll have to do any walking in the house.
But you never do, though.
Like walking in place, because I need AC.
But you've been there for 2 years. And you could have done that. You got your phone and you have a computer. There's all kinds of workout type videos on YouTube, Chantal. Anything you could want at any activity level. You've got low impact aerobic videos. You've got all kinds of learning how to dance videos. There's belly dance videos, low impact workouts. You don't even need a personal trainer. You could just put on a video and just copy what you're seeing until you get tired. Or you can buy a treadmill and set it up in the house and walk whenever you want in the AC. And then just start to build up your stamina. You've been there for 2 years and you're not even trying. You'll make every excuse in the world why you can't do something, but you're not going to find one way to actually make it happen. It's a wrap. It's a done deal. You're not going to try, therefore there aren't going to be any results.
You find it hot?
No, at all.
No, he's fine.
Yeah, but you're not in a hijab and you're wearing short sleeve.
That's because he's smarter than you. That's saying a lot too, because he's not that smart.
Ice cream and coffee.
Treadmill?
Yeah, maybe, eh? I should.
Yeah. Do you want treadmill, babe?
He's still trying to get her to walk. It's like, dude, get the clue. She's done. She's trying to find every excuse not to move. She's sitting down. She wants her coffee. She knows that when she gets her coffee, she can use the excuse of, I'm drinking my coffee right now. Get the clue that she's passing you. She is done. She's over this already.
You like it? Amazing.
Yeah, maybe when we get back or something.
Inshallah.
Fully walking pad. Then he prefers a little ice.
So it's like, I think it's early in the morning. It looks like it's early morning. And these idiots in her chat, they're suggesting for her to go get ice cream. Tell me you guys are twisted and demented and you've got food issues without telling me you have food issues. Like you see that she's unhealthy and sick, and you're suggesting for her to eat ice cream early in the morning when she can even walk for 5 steps.
Yeah, Trisha, it does. But not really good equipment. Yeah.
She's just basically sitting there pouting, waiting for him to say, let's go. If he said to her right now, let's go to the car, we're done here, she would get her butt up and walk as fast as she could to that car. And this idiot Lizzie saying, you need iced coffee stat. Why? She just walked for 5 minutes. What's that coffee going to do? She's not like breathing heavy. No, she doesn't need iced coffee.
I try to enjoy myself, but
no, you don't. You try not to enjoy yourself. That's the problem. You're not trying to find anything to do other than eat. And if somebody tries to get your attention onto something that's not food, you get mad. You get real mad. I don't want to do it. I don't want to pay attention to anything other than fast food. Why are you making me?
I'm turning red. Up to 350. I don't know. It's really hot. It's like, I don't know.
The temperature is 38 Celsius now.
38 Celsius.
Okay, you know what? I'm just curious. Like, what exactly is that? I'm used to Fahrenheit. Okay, Celsius to Fahrenheit. Different areas use different gauges for like temperature. So I'm just wanting to see like how hot is it really? Oh, hold on. 38. Okay. So 38 Celsius is 100 degrees. It's 6:30 in the morning, allegedly, and it's 100 degrees. But you know what? Yeah, 100, that's pretty hot. I'll give it to her. It's pretty hot. But she's got a phone, and she could have checked the weather report and dressed accordingly. So even if it's 100 degrees at 6:30 in the morning, Dress accordingly so you're not uncomfortable. She dressed inappropriately for the heat.
So many birds here
Yeah.
and the palm tree. Do you want to keep moving?
Going where?
Oh, here we go. Where we going? What are you making me do now?
Like walk for that place here, and then come back to the car?
No, I don't.
Oh, there we go. There's the attitude. Come on, Chantal. Rage. Rage, big mama, do it. You know you want to. You're mad. You're mad.
Yalla.
Gonna go back to the car?
That's a hint. See, she's asking the question, but it's not really a question, is it? That's not a question she asked him. Even though it wasn't the form of a question, it was a huge hint of we need to go back to the car now. She's telling him what she wants him to do. She wants to leave.
If you feel well,
I don't
keep
feel
walking.
well.
If you're not, if you feel not well, just go back to the car.
I think I feel frustrated because I feel like nobody understands my limitations.
Oh, God, shut up. Shut up. No sympathy if you caused the limitations in the first place. Quiet woman.
Like I'm not well in the heat. I always try to go out, but I just can't. Like I'm not built that way. You know what I mean?
You're not built for anything and you're not useful or good for anything right now. You're just useless. Just a freaking burden. I almost said a bad word. Almost, not quite.
I don't know. To me, like for you, it's not hot, but for me, I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up, and I don't know
So
why.
back to the car. It's okay.
So since you're going to act this way, Chantal, if he feels like going out with his friends or going out by himself to the beach or wherever, because you're having this experience with him, if he wants to do things without you, you can't complain because you don't want to have fun.
Tell me.
No, it's okay.
With the quiet towers.
He put that hand on her back. I recognize that move. He put that hand on her back and he's practically pushing her to get to the car faster so she'll stop complaining. Or to keep her from falling over.
Hello guys, how you doing?
Hello.
Let's switch it. Here. Okay.
What is he doing? Moving on. Okay, we're gonna skip ahead. Why does she even need the fan? They've got the AC on. Oh, he's just being Mr. Helpful. I gotta earn my paycheck. Let me hold that tiny, non-existent fan for you, Chantal. Make it seem like I'm the caring husband, so you'll continue to pay me once a month.
Sorry, I tried, babe.
No, you didn't. You did not try. This is not a case of you went to the beach and you gave it your all and you were coated in sweat and you were about ready to pass out and you said to the audience and to him, look, you see it. I did try. You can't honestly say that.
I just can't do it.
Well, you know what? Because you say you can't do it, then you can't do it. If you put it in your mind, you can't do something, then of course you can't do it because you said so. If that is your mentality of I can't do something, you will fulfill the prophecies that you write for yourself. And Chantal's real guilty of that. She has a defeatist attitude. She'll lose the race before she even gets started with it. Her whole attitude for the longest has been, I quit, I give up, I'm not going to fight, I'm not going to try. She doesn't want to try.
Okay, honey. Don't pressure yourself. You're cute.
Sometimes I'm going to say something, and you're not going to like hearing it because it's going to be true. That's one of the main reasons why you hate the reactors. You hate the reactors like me because there's way too much truth in us, and there's not enough in you. But I'm going to say something to you. You as a food addict, you have your food issue. It's been ongoing for years. Years ago, you got on YouTube and you monetized that issue. You gave it a job. You put it to work. Did it ever occur to you that you surround yourself with people that the reason why they're okay with you and your food issue is because they profit off of it as well? Like that's why they're okay with letting it continue. They're kind of in a way taking advantage of you in the situation. You're not a victim because you started the chain of, I'm going to take this issue that I should heal and I'm going to profit off of it. But in order to have a co-pilot, you look for people that are okay with what you do and they keep their mouths shut. But people like Natter, people like Salah, all they want is a paycheck. That's why they don't get in your way. As long as they're getting paid, they'll turn the other way. They'll turn the other cheek. They really don't care about you. If they really did care, if they really were involved with you, a caring partner would, or friend would put their foot down and say, I care about you too much to watch you destroy yourself. A real friend will open their mouth, even if it means ticking you off, and they'll tell you the truth just because they love you. You're an awful person, and you surround yourself with awful people to create this illusion of being loved. You're not loved. You can't be loved by con artists and scam artists and liars. You're one yourself. You don't have a circle of love with Salah. It's just a den of thieves. And as long as everybody is profiting, everything happens the way it happens. The whole thing continues. But just think on that. He's acting like he cares, but he really doesn't care. He cares about what you can give him. And that's all it is. And that's all it'll ever be. Like you not caring for yourself, this is the best you're ever going to be able to get. Paying a guy to act like he cares versus having one that actually does. Real love you don't have to pay for, Chantal. Real love is free and it's priceless in value. You're basically paying for the cubic zirconia version of love, and it's worthless.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is so stupid, that stupid fan.
He's so nice to you. Thanks. It's too hot. Don't apologize. It's not too hot for him though. That's why I get like, how come it's too hot for me then? I know I'm heavier, but there's people heavier than me that can probably walk around more than that in the heat.
No, it's kind of warm to me, not hot, but for you, yeah, it might be hot for you. It's okay.
Oh yeah. Well, I have all these things. Hold on, guys. I gotta put my seatbelt on.
Is that it? Do we see any more of the two of them? We got more driving footage that I really don't give a crap about.
Hi, Laurel. But no, I'm okay. I'm excited to travel more than anything.
Yeah, but you're not going to travel. Girl, you could even walk 5 minutes at the beach. Quiet.
Aren't you, babe? Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, I won't bug you because I know you have to concentrate.
The only thing that would be exciting for Salah traveling with Chantal is that wherever he goes, she's paying for it. Like wherever they choose to go, whether it's Thailand or any place else, she's paying all the expenses. He gets to go places practically for free, although his cost is dealing with her.
Yeah, Joanne, I want to travel.
You know,
I
no,
love
you don't.
traveling. I just have to find ways to make it comfortable for myself.
Here's a way that you can make it comfortable: lose the weight. If you lost some of the weight, it would save money. You wouldn't need to buy 2 seats or 3 seats. You just buy one, and you'd be able to move and walk without a problem, and you could see more and do more, but you're not willing to fix that.
Which I plan, I do. But last time when we were in Thailand, like when we went to the Sanctuary of Truth, we went to that big Buddha. The heat wasn't too bad. It's not like here.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about you going to that temple, that absolutely gorgeous carved temple that they're still working on even years and years later. Such an absolutely magnificent place. Chantal, you sat on one of the altar tables. You sat down like it was a bench. It wasn't a bench, it was an altar table. You sat down on it. What if it had broken? What are you going to say to Thailand? Sorry. Don't do that anymore. Don't sit your butt on things in places where it doesn't belong.
And I didn't feel the exercise. Like it wasn't bad. And I was just as heavy.
No. Oh, no, you weren't. True, you were heavy going to Thailand, but how long has it been since the two of you have been there? I'm absolutely certain you put on more weight since Thailand. That's why you're feeling the difference.
So maybe even more, a little more. I don't know. But it just depends. They have Raising Canes here. Yeah, they have a couple. I have a video on my channel. Raising Canes.
You and Salah have been around each other for 2 years, and you guys are driving back to the house. He's not talking to you. You're just talking to yourself and talking to your chat.
Scrape coat. I want to be able to absorb ice cubes as they are. I love ice cubes. We always have a bag of ice in our freezer. Why am I weird?
Because you're stupid. I forgive me, y'all. I don't understand the logic and the thinking of flying all the way to the Middle East and paying a crap ton of money to be around a guy that I have no synergy with. And the energy remains awkward even after 2 years. Like, what is the point of paying a bunch of money to a dude to become a co-pilot for live streams when he doesn't even talk? He adds nothing to the streams. It's just silence all the way around.
Here we go. I'm definitely getting something iced.
Like, what is she there for? So that he can get her food and be her chauffeur? That's what she's paying $9,000 for?
Not hot. When I'm in the apartment, I can drink a hot coffee, no problem, because it's like...
You know what's really crazy and sad is that if she had approached Pete and said, look, if you become my chauffeur and if you drive me around, and if you're part of my YouTube channel, I'll give you $9,000. He would have done it. He would have gone out and got his driver's license and got a car. And he actually cares about Chantal.
Frickin'. Okay, here we go. I think here. Yeah, there's a little heart. Drive through. Ah, here we go. Maybe they have a menu.
Well, that was a bust. This whole stream is about them going to the beach, and we didn't even get to see much of the beach. They didn't even walk all the way to the edge of the water and show the ocean. It was just her going near the beach, sitting on a bench, complaining, and then leaving. And here we are going to a drive-through.
Up.
Okay, here.
Ah,
Order
okay.
here.
Okay, let's see. Okay.
I don't care about the drive-through. I really don't.
It is milky.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what she wanted right there. That's why she spent the entire time complaining. She didn't care about the beach. She didn't care about the weather. She didn't care about the distraction from the food. She wants her coffee and she wants her food.
The Bartone latte. Tastes like caramel latte.
Yeah, with caramel also.
Diabetes says who? Diabetes says what?
Or vanilla. Yeah. I don't know. Just tastes like a latte.
Look at that smile. She's like, I got what I wanted and I didn't have to work for it.
Salah is such a kind person. Oh,
Oh, no. This is not about him loving Chantal or being kind. He just knows the consequences of not giving in to her. He knows what he's going to have to deal with if she's unhappy. And she's in the car right now with him. He's got to get her back to the house and inside the house before he can take off and be free of her. So he's like a baby, giving the baby a bottle before he leaves and does his thing.
aw.
Aw.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
How many grams of sugar? I don't know.
It's a bit sweet, not too much.
Yeah. No paper straws. I'm moving. Yeah, no paper straws.
Why is she doing that? Do y'all hear that? She's like, keeps shaking the coffee. It's like, what are you shaking it up for? It's not a Starbucks drink.
None.
Stop with the. Stop shaking the cup. It is a coffee, not a frappe. Stop it.
Thanks, Hillbilly Man. I don't know about that, but thank you. Okay.
Why is she shaking it like that?
Now back home
It's like a baby shaking its rattle. Quit it.
to eat some homemade food. How much was it? I don't know. How much was it?
2 kilos.
And here's the crazy thing. If she was out there at the beach and it is 100 degrees, according to what they both said, if she was getting overly hot to the point of overheating, what she should be drinking is just straight up water, cold water. It'll cool her down and be better for her. Coffee is actually a diuretic. It's going to make you pee. It's not the thing you want to be drinking right now if you're overheated.
Which is 7.5 USD.
7.5 USD. What?
And 10 CAD.
Whoa. Look at that look. Look at that look. She's like, and I oop. What do you mean I just paid $10 for a coffee? Come on, Chantal. Remember back in the day when you lived at the villa? Girlfriend, I remember when you were going to Starbucks and you were double fisting those drinks. You would buy 2 at a time. You would easily spend $20 on Starbucks drinks in one sitting. And you would go multiple times a day. So yeah, girl, you just spent $10 on a freaking coffee. Yeah, you're just that stupid.
10 CAD?
And 6.75 euro.
So tell us again how living in the Middle East is cheaper, Chantal. Try telling us that lie again. That is cheaper to be over there. It's so much better because it's cheaper. I don't think so. Your currency is not worth anything over there.
Pounds.
Her currency is so much weaker than the Kuwaiti dinar. That's why when she tells us the price of things, she tells us in the price of the Kuwaiti dinar. But if you do the conversion over to CAD, which is what she has, you'll see it's a lot more money out of her pocket. For every one Kuwaiti dinar, she's paying almost 5 Canadian dollars.
Hey, Elizabeth, what? That can't be right. That's crazy.
Why?
That's expensive.
She doesn't care. She goes, I wanted my coffee. I don't care if it costs $10. If he had gone in and said it cost $20, she wouldn't have turned it down. She wouldn't have said, oh, that's too much. Let's go home. I can make a coffee for a lot cheaper. She wants what she wants. And as long as there's Google AdSense, as long as there's the bees are sending her money, she'll buy it. She don't care if it makes sense or not.
But it's good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's my problem. Okay, no more. This is the thing. If you add, okay, every day, do times 30. Times 30, that would be how much for a month of coffee if you drank one of these every day?
Like you care. I'm sure that's been pointed out to you numerous times. Like you care. Like you care how much money you spend on coffee. Like you care how much you spend on takeout. Hey, Chantal, you want to see something shocking? You really want to see something shocking? Pull up your online banking. Add up all the money spent on online fast food purchases for an entire month. That will be shocking. That'll be much more shocking than the coffee. How much money do you spend on the fast food? I think you kind of said previously that you spend like $3,000 or $4,000 a month on food. That's ridiculous. For one person, that is just ridiculously stupid. Think about all the money that's spent on fast food. That if you had just cut out your food issue 2 years ago, how much money you'd have in the bank. You might have been able to pay off the IRS and the government and not have any debt. If you're spending that much, it could have been cleared by now.
That'd be $300 a month, Canadian.
So yeah, you're spending $300 a month on coffee. What about the food though?
That's insane.
Heck, even the toilet paper bill, has got to be huge. Like, how much toilet paper does she go through?
That's a grocery bill.
Yep.
Hi, Mia.
I could stock my cabinets for $300 a month and still have food left over at the end of the month.
Or half of the month groceries. How much do you guys spend a month on groceries? Angel.
Why? Do you want to feel superior? How much do you spend a month on groceries? It sounded very snobby to me, very queen-ish. How much do you spend a month on groceries? I spend that on coffee. Yeah, because you're an idiot. Those of us that have our coffee at home, we'll go online. If we like the Starbucks drinks, we will take the time to go get the stuff and bring it home. That way we can have the Starbucks drinks without the Starbucks prices. We're smarter than you. We'll drink our coffee at home, be perfectly fine with it. You're the big idiot going out and spending that much on coffee. You're the one doing that. Doing that does not make you superior. It just makes you more stupid and foolish with your money.
Angel says he's a keeper. Aw.
Thank you. Angel?
That's like 2 Big Macs. Yeah, $10. Starbucks is $5.50. Sweet cream, yum. I like a good quality. I like the cappuccino from Dunkin' Donuts.
So she just basically spent $10 on a drink that wasn't Starbucks, and Starbucks would have been cheaper. Fail.
That's a lot of money on coffee.
I think it's the same size of Latifa. Okay.
Yeah.
And Latifa is 1 kg and a half.
So.
And this is
Yeah, Elizabeth says iced coffee and sweet cream at home. Yeah, you can make your own iced coffee at home. You just make a pot of coffee and chill it and then add whatever you want, some ice cubes and some flavorings and done. And it's better than Starbucks. It's fresh.
2 kd, 250 fils.
Oh.
So the difference 750.
Like I used to make my own iced coffee. I would make my own cold brew at home. Cold brew is so simple, y'all. I used to have like a huge gallon mason jar that I used specifically for my cold brew. I would put the grounds in like a coffee sock. That's what they sell them on Amazon. They call them coffee socks. And they basically function as like a little fabric bag. You put whatever appropriate coffee grounds in there. And with cold brew, when you brew it that way, depending on the strength and the amount of the grounds versus the water, either you can make a coffee concentrate or just regular brewed coffee. When it comes to making cold brew like that, you have to pay attention to the amount of water that's being used and also the amount of grounds. So for 1 gallon of water, I think it's like a half a cup of coffee grounds. And you put the coffee in the coffee sock and then put it in the cold water and then seal it up and put it in the fridge for like between 12 to 24 hours. And you either have coffee concentrate or cold brew. And it was delicious because the cold brew, believe it or not, brings out more of the flavor. When you use heat, that tends to destroy some of the coffee grounds. And especially y'all, if you decide to use like a hazelnut coffee for that natural sweetness, you don't need so much sugar. It's naturally sweet. You can just drink it just like that. Trust me, it's delicious. And I would also make coffee cubes with that. Take the cold brew coffee or coffee, put it into ice cube trays, and that way you can freeze the coffee into coffee cubes, and you can simply do whatever you want with those, whether it's heated up, whether it's use it for like cold brew ice drinks. Yeah, just anybody out there that likes iced coffee, I recommend doing that. There's all kinds of recipes on YouTube for that stuff.
Fils.
Save yourself some money if you like the cold brew coffee and you tend to go out and get it. You can make it at home for so much cheaper. Save yourself some money.
Which is like 3 USD.
And I gotta say, Latifah's better. Okay, the mocha.
I agree with you. To be honest.
Yeah, Mimi Pondu.
They give it 4.5 rate on Google
4.5?
Maps. Yeah.
Oh, no, it is a part. I know the place. I've researched.
So Poppy Fefa says she spends about $3,000 a month on groceries for a family of 6, 5 adults and 1 child. Think about that, Chantal. This person, Poppy, is saying they spend $3,000 a month for 6 people. And that's about what you spend for yourself for your food habit. What you spend on food could feed a family of freaking 6.
Yeah, it is good. I just find like.
Oh.
And here's Diaz saying, I spend on groceries in a month $800 Canadian, 2 adults and 2 kids, so 4 people. So this person, Dia, has found a way to feed 4 people on $800. And you spend that on takeout easily.
Well,
pricey. But it's probably because they have to rent in Kuwait City, which is expensive, right? So they have to make the price of coffee more.
I guess so, yeah.
Chantal doesn't know how much groceries are anymore because she doesn't eat stuff from the grocery store if she can help it. That's why she has no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good.
Like she would notice the price of Big Macs and quarter pounders and stuff going up. But if you ask her how much are groceries at the grocery store, she would not know what to tell you.
But not gonna lie, the coffee yesterday was perfect. I loved it.
So you like
This
that?
is so sad. You got these 2 allegedly married people, and what can they talk about? Coffee. food, coffee, food, coffee, food.
That place mug,
Mm.
a Scotch latte from mug, and it's so close to our house.
Like I think 4 minutes walking, maximum
Yeah.
5
Yeah,
minutes.
so he was clocking her. He's telling her, you basically just walked for 4 minutes.
Yeah. Set up a little coffee bar. I like that idea.
Too much work. She would never go for it. Too much work. And she hates to wash anything that's dirty. Too much work for her.
Used to be. Hi, Pajami. My lip gloss. Plumper lip gloss from Too Faced. And yeah, that's what it is.
Kia.
Oh, yeah. There's a Kia ahead of us.
But this one white Kia.
Mm. And they have, look at their back seats, they keep the plastic on. It's very common for people to keep the plastic on their cars for a while here.
Yeah, whatever. You know what? She's starting to bore me. She's really starting to bore me. So I think we'll just cut it off here. We're at 2 hours. I've got other stuff that I can react to. So you guys get the gist of what happened here. I don't know what happened exactly. I don't know if she suggested they go to the beach to get some of the spotlight back on her because she's worried about Amber taking it all, or if he suggested it. But whoever suggested it, it just turned into a total fail because she got near the beach and then suddenly she's tired. She's over hot. We need to go now. And we didn't even get to go near the water. So what's the point? What's the point, Chantal? What is the point of being over in the Middle East if it's too hot? You're always finding a reason to not do things versus finding a reason to do things. So so you know what? If Amber does run away with the crown and you can't get it back, you really can't get mad about that. You know what you need to do. You're not willing to do it. So what will be, will be. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.